Why freedom of speech matters in England. Freedom of speech is not just an abstract principle. It is the foundation of every free and fair society. It is the right that allows every one of us to speak up, to question, to challenge, and to demand better. For working people in England, it is also a practical safeguard. The ability to speak out against injustice at work, to raise safety concerns, to organise collectively, and to express honest opinions about our society without fear of reprisal. This is why the Workers of England Union defends the right to free speech as a core part of our trade union. Your voice matters. Every worker should have the confidence to say what they think, share information, and contribute to public debate. Whether that means questioning government policy, challenging an employer's decision, or supporting a campaign for change. Without this freedom, workplaces and our communities become fearful and closed, and society loses its ability to progress. Across the world, governments imprison people for expressing peaceful opinions. Journalists, trade unionists, and activists have been silenced or punished simply for telling the truth. Even in so-called liberal democracies such as ours, the right to speak freely is under pressure, restricted in the name of national security, counter-terrorism, or political convenience. When those in power fear open debate, human rights suffer. How a government treats dissenting voices is often the clearest measure of its respect for democracy and justice. The Workers of England Union understands this is a foundation of England being a free and open society. Freedom of speech comes from English common law. It is also supposed to be protected in Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. These guarantee everyone the right to hold opinions without interference, and to seek, receive, and share information through any media. This right underpins others: the freedom to think, to assemble, to join a trade union, and to protest peacefully. These are not abstract ideas. They are the everyday tools of working people defending their dignity and livelihoods. In the workplace, freedom of expression means being able to speak up about unsafe conditions, unfair treatment, or poor pay without being disciplined or dismissed. It allows workers to discuss politics, equality, and social justice without fear. When employers or authorities suppress such speech, they undermine not only individual rights, but also public accountability and trust. Of course, free speech comes with responsibilities. It does not give anyone the right to incite violence. But it must never be restricted simply because a viewpoint is unpopular or inconvenient to those in power. True freedom means tolerating and debating with ideas we disagree with. In today's digital world, freedom of expression also extends online. Yet censorship, surveillance, corporate and employer control of platforms increasingly limit what can be said and who can be heard. The Workers of England Union works hard to ensure our members' voices across England must not be drowned out by their employers. Open discussion, even in disagreement, is how societies solve problems and move forward. For the Workers of England Union, defending freedom of speech is central to defending workers' rights. Without it, no one can organise, negotiate, or hold authority to account. It is the cornerstone of democracy, justice, and human progress. Every worker's voice deserves to be heard, freely, fairly, and without fear of dismissal. If you agree with this article, tell your colleagues, family and friends, and ask them to join the Workers of England Union. Together, we can make every voice count and will defend your right to freedom of speech.